to preserve some of those photos and memories that you may have from being either at Disney World or the beach or a birthday party. It can be used for any type of activity that you want to keep that memory. So I'm gonna turn you guys around. There we go. Hey guys. Oh dear. There we go. Okay. We have it's a windy day in Kansas, but we're outside because Baby Mouse has a friend over and, teenage boys. Yeah, it's a thing. All right, so I'm going to get you guys pulled up. Oh dear. It's never good when Papa Mouse's computer has weird blue screens. This is fantastic. Holy cats, go away. Oh my goodness. Stop it. So how are you guys doing? What are you up to today? Okay, I'm getting there, I promise. I'm so sorry. This is that part that I'm sure he'll want to edit out. I'm sure. Yay! I see you now. I can read your chats. I have to make it like really big because although I'm an old lady and I have old eyes, so I wouldn't be able to see your chat on my phone. So I'm going to make your chat super big so I can see you guys when you talk to me. Funny story. Oh, hi Robin and Mike. Hi guys, thanks for coming. Funny story. I used Facebook Live for the first time ever on the 4th of July. Yeah, the 4th of July. We were at my aunt's house and my cousin was shooting off all these fireworks and it was just really kind of cool. So I thought, you know what, let's try Facebook Live. So I clicked on Facebook Live and it did broadcast it live, but people were talking to me in the chat, and for some reason I was thinking I couldn't like talk back to them, so I'm trying to text and answer. That it was a moment. so note to self, maybe stay away from Facebook Live for a while. All right, Robin, I'm so sorry you're at work. That is so sad. Oh, I'm very sorry. But we have some working that are going on here. Okay, so what I'm going to do today. If you saw my previous stream about preserving the magic, I did a bunch of scrapbook pages, and I talked about my passion in that we preserve magic in a way other than technology-based. And the reason for that is, people don't, oh dear. Here we go, sorry, push the buttons. There will be a time when today's technology is absolutely worthless in our future. So all those videos and pictures that you put on your computer may not be accessible to your grandchildren's grandchildren. And it is so fun to go back through a photo album and see pictures of your, grandmother's grandma, and just to really, and it's just fun. It's fun to go back and see all that. So I like to preserve the magic by a tangible item. An example would be I'm doing a recipe book. This used to be a thing, actual book, you turn pages. It wasn't something you Googled. You got the recipe from your grandma and you wrote it down in your book. Okay, so I did that. I asked for my birthday for a recipe book with family recipes in it. And my Aunt Diane, she made it for me. And then my mom and her and I put some recipes in it that are, things that either I really like or it's something that, my mom may have fixed a lot as a child. So anyway, I'm handwriting all of those recipes in the book. And the reason is, number one, cursive handwriting is now an art. It's not something they teach in schools. And number two, I want my grandchildren to be able to go back and say, my grandma Yvonne wrote this, and to actually see my handwriting. Now, you must know I have horrible handwriting, but still it's my handwriting, and I want to preserve that for the future. So, what we're going to do today is learning from failure. What happened, Erin? What are books? Yeah, right. That is such a true statement. Recipe cards and books. Oh, so Robin, got to tell you, I am huge with stamping stuff. Stamp It Up. And one of these days I'll take you guys downstairs and I'll show you my studio, so to speak. But I have an actual recipe card stamp that you stamp on it, and it's like it's a perfect size of a recipe card, and it has a decorated border, and it's super cool. But I can hand stamp those so they look nice and professional, but still write in the recipes. So super cool. I'll have to do it for you guys sometime. All right, so what am I doing today? Today we are, okay, I'm new with the gimbal, so please bear with me. I am a person who likes to make something out of nothing. So on my previous, on my scrapbook page stream, I took the bags that they put the merchandise in at Disney, and I made that as part of my scrapbook page. So if you remember that. So today, I wanted to find a way that, Mike, good point. Absolutely good point. I wanted to find a way to make a memory book for a child to take maybe to school. When they talk about how their summer was, they could bring this memory book to school. So what I chose to use is an old CD case. Okay, so that's going to be our cover for our memory book. So the best way to do it, obviously I'm not going to send I Spy cover to school for how we preserve the memories. So I take the paper out, and that leaves the blank case, but the protective coating is still there. Now it's not perfect, it's a little tattered, but it's okay, it's usable. So first thing we're going to do is create a folder, or a cover for our book. The best way to do the measurements for how big you need is to just use the insert that you took out of it. So we're going to use that to cut the paper to make the cover. I can talk and do this at the same time. I don't even know what y'all are talking about. All right. So you can see what I'm doing. I really am organized. I know it doesn't appear that way. I get it. Okay, whoops, wrong way. Okay, so I'm taking I have a cutting board, okay, and I really like this one because it has a little tiny wire. I don't even know if you can see it. A little tiny wire that shows you exactly where your cut line is going to be. So I'll move these out of the way. All right, and I chose blue to be my color. All right, so I'm just going to lay this right on the paper, and I will slide it forward. Thank you, Donna. Yes, yes, please. If you enjoy my craziness or my craftiness, then please click that like, and please be sure to subscribe. We are always looking for ways to increase I have cut out my blue paper, the same size as my cover. So now I have the perfect sized cover for my memory book. So I'm going to slide this out of the way. Can you guys see okay? Hey, Diz Our Dream, how are you guys? Thanks for joining the stream. Tanya Tinkerbell, hello. Thank you for stopping in. You guys are great. Thank you so much. I'm usually Papa Mouse is here and I'm picking on him because that's just what we do. We're kind of crazy. But he's not here today. So otherwise I'd make him be crafty and you guys could laugh all afternoon. All right, so what are we doing? I decided you can like take a photo and you can make that your cover. When you do your book, decide which photos that you want and what direction most of them fall in. And that would be the direction that you want to set your front cover photo in. That way, if you open it, you know, if your photo's like this, then when you open it, all your pictures are going to be that same direction. Or if most of your pictures are in a landscape, like so, then you want it to open this way so that all your photos, I mean, does it make sense? Are you guys tracking? I know I'm not explaining it very well. Hey, Cargo! Oh, girl, what are you cooking? Yummy. Cargo has some great streams, guys, and she makes deliciously yummy food that you just have to go back and want to make yourself or, you know, eat a dozen of whatever she's fixing. All right, so I'm using photos that are in the portrait direction. So I want to find a portrait photo. So one of those things, when you buy souvenirs, if you're buying it on a budget, you buy something that you can use for multiple purposes. Like behind me, there is the popcorn buckets. Do those look familiar? So we don't spend a lot of money on souvenirs, but when we do buy something, then it has a multi-purpose. So obviously the popcorn buckets are a great little souvenir, but it's also a wonderful way to hold your popcorn so you don't drop it on the ground while you're at Disney. All right, so now you have my spiel about popcorn buckets. All right, so can you guys see okay? What? Mac and cheese? Oh, I love mac and cheese. Oh my goodness. I'm down. Okay. Let's see. All right, so because I'm choosing a landscape direction for my photos, I'm going to choose a landscape cover. You can use a picture that you've taken, of course, but for today's purpose, I'm going to use a postcard. So this is a book of postcards that you can get from Disney, and I purchased them in order to use to preserve my magic creative activities. So today I chose to do, of course, Mickey's Magic for my cover. So I'm just gonna pop those apart. Maybe. It's harder than it looks, don't judge. Okay. So that's going to be my cover. I'm going to fold it in half. Oh, look, there's a non-textured side. Non-textured side and a textured side. Can you see that? I didn't notice that till just now, so I found it rather interesting. That's why I had to share it with you. All right. So you must know, if you are new to my streams, that I am not perfect. I don't pretend to be perfect. I make mistakes, then we all just laugh at it and have a good time. So hopefully you can do the same. All right. So I brought out a whole bunch of different items that we can use for our pages. I'm going to lean up here. This is my box of bling. Whoop, whoop, bling box. So I think, yes. I have different colored bling. I've got different colored tapes. Some really cool sparkly tape. Gentlemen, electrical tape is not just a man thing. It's a craft thing. So it was really funny the other day. Papa Mouse needed some craft tape, needed some electrical tape, and we couldn't find his, so I went into my craft stuff, and lo and behold, guess what I found? Whoop. His electrical tape. I don't know how it got there. I have no idea. It wasn't me. I didn't do that. I would never take his electrical tape off of his tool bench and put it in my craft stuff. That would never happen. I don't know what y'all are talking about. All right, so hopefully you can see me. I am placing my bling right around the edge of the picture. And I'll pull it off just in time to get to the bottom. Actually, I don't have to pull this one off because they're spaced far enough apart. All right, so, and I'll go all the way around because I want it to really pop out. Now, keep in mind, when you put these in your book, in the cover, you are not going to be able to use a whole lot of embellishments that don't lay flat to the page. All right, so here we go. We'll finish this off. Lay it in place. Okay, I'm sure you guys have probably noticed that I do a lot of shaking. That is part of my central nervous system condition. My brain does not communicate with my body very well, and so it tends to think that I'm in a state of fight or flight at all times. So I shake. So don't think that I'm, like crazy nervous. It's nothing like that. Although it can be a little intimidating when you have people watching your every move and your every mistake. And you see that? I'm like getting my tushy kicked by a piece of bling over here. Anyway, so if you see me shaking, please, just know that I'm okay. It is just part of this Mama Mouse life. So, all right. Now, how about that for a really fun cover to your memory book? So another thing that you might do is put the year. So the pictures I'm using are from 2017. So I would probably do WDW 2017 down the side. Hey, look, I lost some bling. Bling, bling. What's happening? Oh, can you guys hear the kiddos behind us? They keep yelling fire. I'm really not sure whether to think their house is on fire or that they're playing fire. Hopefully they're not playing with fire. That would be kind of bad. Ugh. Okay. This is me being a little frustrated. Okay, so I put the bling around the photo. And then I will tape the photo down to the paper. Typically I do that in the reverse order, but I was so excited about the bling, I think I just had to get right to it. So let's do this super quick. I use a tape runner. This one happens to be Elmer's. You can get them at Hobby Lobby or Walmart or Michael's. Any type of store that sells basic craft items is going to have a runner, tape runner. Okay, so my bling did two things. It made my cover really pop out and look kind of fun, but it also covered up the edges, the little tear edges of the paper. God, I can't even speak English today. So see these little rough edges right here? The bling was able to cover that up, so you're not going to see that as part of your project. All right, so because I'm not perfect yet, might be slightly OCD, they're not totally lined up perfectly straight, which for some people would be like a total showstopper, but I'm just going to go with it. So this is my cover. I have alphabet stickers somewhere. It's okay. We'll do it later. Okay, so what am I going to do with this? I am going to put it back in the CD cover. Here it is. But first, I always like to have a little thing on the back, and I was thinking the perfect photo for the back of it would be, wait for it, Drum roll. It's coming. Whoa. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready for it? It's gonna be super cool. I know the suspense is killing you. Thanks, Cargo. I don't feel quite so alone. Oh, Does Our Dream, thank you so much. I will absolutely just try to have fun. Okay. Oh, here it is. Okay, what do you guys think? I don't know, maybe not. I love taking like abstract type photos, especially photos that are not of people, but I don't even know if you guys can see these very well. This actually is a photo of the steamboat at night, and is it in focus? I can't tell if it's in focus. And it shows the reflection on the water. I thought that was super cool. And then I did the same thing for the castle, but it's just not screaming back of cover for me today. So yeah, we won't do that one. But guess what? Disney provided some. So this book doesn't have the castle in it, but this book does. So let's find it. Let's see. Oh, what about that one, guys? What about that? How about that? For the end photo on the very back. Hey, sis, I see you. Okay, I'm going with it. Unless somebody tells me no, absolutely not. You crazy woman, what are you even thinking? Oh, but you know what? I'm thinking we better go with this one because it's landscaped. Because this one's landscape versus portrait. So, what do you think? So should we do this instead? Because it's landscaped. What do you think? I'm thinking that might be the best plan. Because again, I want to try to keep those as consistent as possible. So when people are looking through it, they're not having to flip it over 20 different directions to see what you're trying to show. Okay, here's those rough edges I was talking about. So we're going to I'm going to show you a different way to cover those up. And we won't use bling because we already did that. So, ooh, how about, no, that isn't good. Wait for it. What about this? This is kind of a glittery type tape. If I could even begin to say what I'm meaning when I speak. Okay, so let's do this the right way this time. We'll run some tape over that. I'm hoping that it's a little bit straight anyway. Okay. Heh, look at that. It's already crooked. Hello. Scissors. All right. So, let's see. At Michael's, they have different rhinestone tapes things that I use to wrap around my blind cane. So I have my own bling bling cane. That is awesome. That is awesome, Mike, because you gotta know, I also use a cane, and mine's a bling bling cane too. When I first started having to use my cane, I was struggling with it, and so I was a director for an early childhood learning center. And my staff, at a staff meeting, they took my cane and a whole bunch of bling, and they totally blinged out my cane. So it's really, really fun, and it made me a little less hesitant to use it. So anyway, I just think that's super cool that you blinged out your cane. I know, buddy, I know. I am right with you. You know what? I don't like this tape now that it's on here. Yeah, I really don't like it. So what are we going to do about that? Okay, so if there is one thing you need to know, it is that there's no mistakes. It's just an added layer. Y'all know what I'm talking about in about 2 seconds, maybe. All right, so I said we weren't going to do bling, but guess what? We are. So let's see, should we do this like right across the top? That will look super, super nice, but this is what we're going to do. So I measured it, and I'm cutting it, and you're crafty, you will trick it out. Yes, 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 sis, you're right. I come by it honestly. My mom is a very, very awesome artiste. She is now doing watercolors, and they are so cool. So I want her to make some for my house. I told her, I said, you're going to be a famous Van Gogh one of these days, so I got to make sure I get my $1 million portraits early. So that looks a little bit better, you think? What do you guys think? That look a little better? So what do? We added a layer. That's all you do. You just layer it up. Cargo, I cannot wait to see this mac and cheese you got going on. I love mac and cheese. That works. All right. So if you notice, I only measured one and cut both of them, and I could use it on the bottom just as a top. So we're going to do the same thing here. So I'm not wasting bling. Oh, by the way, y'all see how good I use a ruler, right? Yeah, no, I don't. All right, so mac and cheese is already in your belly. I'm jealous. I did have Taco Bell. Oh no, look. It's the watermelon freeze and it's all melted. Hungaration. I love that, Corgo. That is a new word for me. All right, here we go, tape. There we go. So a couple things I always have when I do my crafting. I always have a little trash can right at my side. Otherwise, I end up with shreds of paper everywhere. And I always have a separate table to put my drinks on. And the reason for that is I was at a craft item or place or event one day, and a lady had set her beverage on the edge of the table, and it got spilled, and it went all over her projects as well as everyone sitting at her table. It was really unfortunate. For any of you that do crafts or go to these little crafting events, you'll kind of know, or you can imagine. So that's better, I guess. I'm still not feeling it. I think we need a little something right there. So how about this? How about we take black stones, and we're going to make our own Mickey head. Mickey silhouette. Mickey, thing. So we're going to do the 2 ears there, and the head right here. Look how clever that is. See, we added a layer to a spot we don't like. Let's do it again. The 2 ears. We'll take this one off. Stay there, ear. And put it right there. There's a Mickey, hidden Mickey number 2. You think we're gonna do it 2 more times? Heck yes. We are gonna do it 2 more times. 3 and 3. So for those people that have been following along, thank you, Robin, that have been following along with Myers and the Mouse. Hang on. Okay. Update on my dad. He is doing really well, actually. He did, for those of you that need the quick update, he was diagnosed with stage 3 lung cancer. They went into surgery, thought they were only going to have to take a portion of the lung, and they ended up having to remove the entire lung. That made for a very big life change. In other words, the way he was doing things, to the rate he was doing things, and what he was doing all needed to change. And my dad, very much like me, does not like to slow down. And so it was a very rough adjustment. What happened here? Oh, well, I guess that'll work. I don't know. Have you ever noticed that when I did that, like whatever angle you've turned your paper, it still shows the Mickey silhouette? Oh dear, what have I done? Okay, anyway, ta-da, back. Front, we are good. It goes. Remember, we're using a CD case, so it goes right in the CD case. So we're just going to slide it in under that plastic, maybe. Ugh, come on, open up for me. Oh, I opened it from the bottom, that's why it wouldn't work. All right, so I slide it in. And it sits in there very nicely. Okay, and then what I would recommend, and I don't have it out here with me, but just like put a piece of Scotch tape along the bottom and it'll keep it sealed. But you now have your cover for your book, for a little memory book. Another great thing about this, especially if a kiddo's going to take it to school, number 1, it completely closes so that things don't drop out of it, and number 2, it if they get wet, it keeps them dry. So I have kiddos, I absolutely understand the struggles. All right, so moving on. Now you're like, okay, great, you have a really cute little CD case. What good is that going to do me? This is what good it does. We are going to take construction paper, and again, where'd it go? I used the piece of paper, the insert, yeah, wherever it went. You guys know what I'm talking about. The cover to the CD, here it is. And I'm going to use that and measure 12 by 12 sheets of paper, which I did this one already. And I'm going to cut it out. And then you want to shorten it just a little bit, because when you put it in there, you want to make sure that it's going to close completely. So I shorted mine about 1.5 inches from the size of this. I can tell you exactly what it is, but I don't know if all CD cases are the same or not, but here, I'll tell you. It is going to be, whoop, it is going to be about 9 3/4 by 7 is what it ended up being for me. All right, so you're going to decide how many pages you want your book to be. Hey, Greg, how you doing, buddy? I totally missed your chat the other day. I am so sorry. I have not been a good mod lately, my friends. I've just really been preoccupied with my dad, and now we have something going on with my mom, and so, you know, it's just been crazy. But I think I can be back onto a normal schedule. Uh-oh, I did it again. No, don't do that. Oh, Papa Mouse is never, ever, ever going to let me touch his computer again, because I don't even know what I did. Oh, dear. He's going to kill me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, dear Betsy alive. Let's just... Oh, there you are. You were there the whole time. Okay. Hey, T. I am. You want to come say hi? I know, it's good. Okay. So you decide how many pages you want to do, how many pictures you want to do, and then if you want to do pictures front and back of each page, or if you want to do one of your photos and maybe a card on the opposite page. It just depends on how many photos that you want to use. All right. Boop, look who's here.
Hello.
Whoop, whoop. It's T, baby mouse, little man mouse. Is your friend still here?
Yeah.
Are you guys going swimming?
I want to go feel the water.
Oh,
Play
okay.
Fortnite.
You want me to, are you going to touch it? You want me to come help you touch it? Just saying.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, why?
It's not all the way at the bottom.
Oh. Hey, dude, you're sitting on my chair. Okay. Look, little hearts. It's Aunt Colleen.
Who?
Aunt Colleen. Don't you dare say who.
I don't know who it is.
Yes, you do know who
I
it
don't.
is.
I
Yes,
don't.
you
No,
do.
I literally don't.
Oh, child.
Sorry, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Aunt
Stop
Colleen.
it. Mike says, hey, Taylor. Donna says, hey, Taylor.
I.
Huh? Okay. You're impeding on my progress here, mister.
Yeah, and you're low.
My ears.
Yeah,
I made
'cause you're
these,
getting
by
it
the
in my
way.
ears.
They're not as awesome as the ones that Cargo makes, but I gave it a good 1-2 attempt. Okay, so I can't see you guys anymore. I'm gonna have to, yeah. Oh, stop and go, you're great. Ah, thanks, Cargo. Okay, well, I'm just gonna keep going. Hopefully I don't know what's happening. My phone is really dark, so I can't see. I can't see what you guys are singing. Colleen, I'll let you have a little chat with the boy later. Oh, what's happening? How come? Oh. Okay. So, we're gonna go this way. I can't tell what you guys can see. Oops, wrong way. Me and this gimbal, we have some issues. My screen on my phone has gone dark, so that happens to be my issue right now. Papa Mouse is never gonna let me do this again. You guys dizzy yet? Okay, the dog is over there. So you guys need to come over here. Okay, we're hoping that's right. Okay, so paper. We already talked about how many pages and figuring that out. In this one, it has the little clips right here in the book. So you're going to put all of the pages that you want together, and I think I'm going to do like 4 pages, and then they'll just clip right in here, and that keeps your book, it holds it in place. So, or you can use like a little, you can put a bead of like hot glue, and you can stick it on there, and that'll hold them in place, but we're just going to utilize that little clip. And my pages. So I chose blue, purple, blue, yellow, and orange. And that's what I'm going to make my pages out of, is those colors. All right. Y'all should see this table. It is a hot mess. Oops, sorry. Hope that wasn't loud. There we go. All right, so again, my cutting board has this really cool little ruler thing. This is just making me crazy. I just can't do this. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to like stop for 2 seconds because It really is making me nuts. I can't figure out why I can't see you. Oh. Okay, yeah, I do know why I can't see you. And with that said, I'm gonna have to go get my thing. It's all about the thing. I have to go get my thing to charge my phone while we do this. So I'm gonna turn around every rated with my phone, and now turn around. Please, Gimbal, won't you work for me? Gimbal, let's have a talk. Okay. Why? Why must you do this to me? Where's that extra cord we had? Papa Mouse is gonna have so much fun laughing at me with this crazy issue. I bet this plugs in somewhere. You wanna bet? So does this plug in? Oh wait, it goes here. I'm figuring it out. Guess what? Wrong cord. Can I just possibly tell you how frustrating this is right now? Now I'm going to attempt to put you back in the gimbal without messing it up again. I make no promises whatsoever. There. Holy cats. Okay. Oh. Okay. Frames were dropped. LOL bandwidth. Oh God. Alright, so I may not be able to finish this whole project. I don't know what's happening with technology right now, but it's not being my friend. Somebody throw me a message and say, yes, I can see you. It says it's going. The last thing I see is, oh, Greg said hey. I don't know if you're saying hey to me or... This is Mama Mouse being very sad that technology is not her friend today. Great, are you serious right now? Why are you not working? And I can't even check to see because the computer is being stupid. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. Cancel. My phone is saying that we're good. It does keep putting me in timeout though. I must be really bad.
Okay. Hey, sorry everybody. Mama lost the stream and had some problems with it, so we apologize. I'm at work, so I'm